I went to the University of Wisconsin, and I was an English major and history minor. History was, one of their really big deal areas. And I realized I was going to be a history major and then an English minor, and I just loved reading too much. It was just, so let me just do a little aside on something I've said a lot to people, and did a lot of informational interviews and networking interviews when I was at GBH. A lot of people would come in and say, I just need to talk. How did you get your job? Blah, blah, blah. And one of the things I said that the University of Wisconsin did, and probably just being an undergraduate, what it taught me to write. And what I learned was how to put together a coherent piece, a coherent essay, a coherent argument. And that kept me in good stead for all of my career. Having that particular skill set of being able to identify what the problem is. I mean, really, that's what you're doing when you're writing an essay. And you're making the case, and then you're summarizing it in the end. And that was funding proposals, research reports, all of the things you have to do in business, or preparing something for a supervisor so that you get something succinctly in very kind of informative language. And I really fine-tuned that skill, but it was developed by being an English major and having to write all the time. And I've told people that so much now. I don't know what's going to happen with AI and all this other junk that's out there, but the ability to put together a coherent argument, I think, is one of those skills that a whole lot of people don't have. And look at it as, oh my God, can you write that? Oh, please. It's not rocket science. It's not. And it doesn't have to be Pulitzer Prize winning prose. But that for me was a huge thing that I got out of Wisconsin. I think the other thing was I really, because there were so many students from all over the place there, and so many of my friends were from the West Coast, the East Coast, and I just, ended up expanding my world by going there. It was great. And I loved being at a Big Ten school. I loved going there. I really loved it.